everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in the Wild podcast. As you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, we have a special guest.
Hello.
Hello. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. We must be really loving Collin this season in our lives because he's back yet again. Some might say you're the favorite of the bros in college, considering this is your third appearance on the podcast. What do you have to say?
I wouldn't say I'm the favorite. It's just Ryan hasn't proposed yet, so.
I started to say, one has gifted a ring, the other hasn't.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
That does solidify some things.
That's a pretty major difference, you know?
Pretty major. But we're happy to have Collin back this week yet again. It's a very exciting episode. We are going to be reading engagement stories. So we thought it was only fitting that we let him come on, considering he is engaged to me. And we wanted to do this episode while we were still engaged. So,
Yeah.
Oh, this is our piranha, Mabel. She's being crazy right now.
Okay.
She's so cute. Yeah, we wanted to do another little celebratory episode for Mallie and Collin because, you know, you're only engaged once, hopefully. So we want to just get everything we can out of their engagement. So here we are doing an engagement stories episode featuring Collin. I think he'll have some great reactions to these proposal stories.
And we'll have a different perspective.
Yeah.
The proposer to the proposed.
Proposee. Yeah.
Yes.
So it'll be fun. We hope that you all enjoy this episode.
Yeah. Before we start, I want to talk about what I'm drinking right now because I'm so excited about it. So my drink of this episode is, oh, there's darkness, a Shirley Temple 7-Up. And
Hey, haven't you been drinking this?
I haven't been drinking them. My dad has been buying them for the family, and we take them to like Sonda's every Sunday and drink them with the family.
Sonda's
Is it
his
so
aunt.
good?
Yeah, Sonda's my aunt. Yeah, they're good.
Elsie?
Well, my mom brought them. Oh, quick story of my weekend. This is kind of relates to my life updates, but I had friends over this weekend, Kerrigan and Kennedy. We'll do a quick recap later. But then
know that?
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, well, I've just been operating. I've been like grinding in silence, you know? And yeah, so they were here and it was a lot of fun. But then last night, my parents were like, hey, we want to come see you. And I was like, okay. So they literally came, like they left at like 3 last night and then left at like 6 a.m. this morning because mom had to be back for work. But they brought me all of my Christmas stuff and she brought me some like holiday, because they have like ornaments and gifts on it. It's so cute. Some holiday 7-Up, which is just
so
like
sweet.
the cutest thing. I know. So I'm so excited. They're yummy. Highly recommend.
That's just too sweet. It sounds like you've had a wholesome weekend.
I have.
Collin and I are splitting a baby orange kiss. Alani. The baby Alanis are so stinking cute. And also, I heard that there's a Christmas flavor out. It might be, I want to say, cranberry coconut flavored. I think. I'm on the prowl for one. I'll let you know when I find one, but we're gonna just split this baby one because we already had coffee today, and I think I'm gonna have more coffee after this. So
Nice.
kind of an unhealthy consumption, but
Why are you going to have... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Collin.
no, he was trying to do ASMR, and I yanked the mic away.
Oh, a
It was
mukbang
a bit much.
or a mukbang?
Yeah, I don't really know the right word, but
I think it's mukbang. I have no idea though.
I thought.
Yeah, I
what
think so.
type of food is that?
Eating food.
Oh.
So I have a quick question. Do you prefer just in general fall flavored drinks or Christmas flavored drinks?
Fall.
I am not a huge pumpkin person. I like a little bit, but I would say I've probably ordered 2 pumpkin drinks this fall. I have been ordering the apple crisp macchiato from Starbucks, but I feel like that can kind of go hot. I just got my holidays mashed together. It can go fall or Christmas.
Yeah.
Apple crisp is a multi-seasonal flavor.
I agree.
So I would say Christmas. Collin said fall.
Yeah.
I would also say Christmas. I don't like pumpkin at all, and every year I try pumpkin and I'm reminded that I don't like it. But I do like apple also, but as you said, that can go either way, and I love peppermint stuff.
Yeah. A peppermint tea like we had in Boston.
Mhm. I forgot about
Mm,
that. That was so good.
It was very yummy. But anywho, do you have any life updates? Sounds like you do. Sounds like you've had quite the weekend.
Yeah. So, it was Halloween weekend. Kerrigan and Kennedy came with me to like the school Halloween party, and then we had like after party. It was a big, hullabaloo, if you will. And I dressed up as a teddy bear again. I just ended up doing the same thing Thursday and Friday night because I'm boring. And but it was really cute. I cut out like a little beanie baby symbol, put it on my
Mhm.
ears. It was cute.
Cute.
And Kerrigan was a Bill, like from Schoolhouse Rock, which is so fitting for Kerrigan. And everybody at my school loved it and like knew exactly what she was.
Yeah.
And Kennedy was Lorelai from
Aw.
Gilmore Girls. She had like the tie-dye t-shirt and the cut-off shorts and cowboy boots.
Mhm.
And one person knew who she was, but it was really funny because when we first walked in, one of my friends goes, "Are you Junie B. Jones?" And it was hysterical, which would actually be a really good costume. I
Yeah.
think that would be fun.
That would like when she had the sleepover.
Yes.
That Junie B. Jones book.
With like the boa, the
I think my
feather.
sister dressed up as that one time. Now that
That's
I'm
like kind of
thinking.
ringing a bell. Maybe
I
so.
know. But
Um,
anyways.
so yeah, that's what we did, Friday night, and then Saturday we just kind of explored the area a little bit. It was a lot of fun. And we found a puzzle at the game store in my town, and we did it on Saturday night, and it was a lot of fun. And then went to church, and then they headed home on Sunday, and then my parents came, and it has been very eventful, and I have a lot of work to do, and this is probably my last break for the entire week, and this is a Monday, so it's gonna be a rough week, but I'm looking forward to it, I guess.
Yeah. Because it's almost like the just get it over with. Doing it
Exactly.
is worse than the anticipation of it happening. So,
Yeah,
is that all your life updates?
I think so.
I remember when I was in college, like I loved when Collin or my mom or anyone would come see me, but you have this like constant gut feeling in the back of your mind, like I know I should be studying right. It's hard to enjoy anything
Yeah.
because you're always like, I should be studying right now. Or it's really bad when you see other people who, like your friends who are studying and you're like, not. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I guess I missed the memo.
It definitely it's like reverse FOMO. Like you're having fun instead
Yeah.
of studying, but you feel like you should be not having fun, you know?
Right. So for me, this is actually some big news and it just happened today. I got a car.
No
I don't have it yet, but like I'm getting it.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a 2015 Honda Accord.
Yay.
It is unfortunately like it's not the ugly maroon, but it is a maroon shade. It's more of a
Okay.
plum, which is so
Okay.
perfect for fall.
You're committing
But
to the plum bit. I like it.
I am so committing. And it's actually been kept really nice. So it doesn't have Apple CarPlay, but it does have Bluetooth, which I've never experienced before.
True.
So its windshield is getting replaced on Wednesday, and that should get it on Friday, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
That's so
So
exciting.
I actually made a decision for once in my life. And my dad told me, like, I was asking for his advice, basically, like, what do I do? And he was like, Mallie, I'm not helping you out a lot because you're an adult. You need to learn to make hard decisions. And I was like,
Oh wow.
literally rude. Just help me.
So rude.
But I did it. I told the dude I would get it. So
I'm so proud of you and
thank
excited
you.
to see it and ride
It's
around in it.
honestly the worst feeling ever, knowing that I've worked for so long, like all year, and now my money,
Yeah.
such a large sum of
Your
money.
savings account is just gonna go to zero.
Seriously, it's just like, it took me a whole year to spend in one day. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, that
But
does. Ooh, that's
I need
scary.
a car, and it seems like it's going to be very reliable and last me a long time. And obviously, it's not my dream car, but I'm literally 22. And
Yeah.
like I just have so many things going on in my life that I'd need to save money and try to make more financially responsible decisions. So, and
Sure.
I'm not going to be in debt. Like I won't have a car payment. So,
That's awesome. That's like
yeah.
excellent, you know?
Yeah, it does feel good to know like that I've worked for it.
Yeah.
So, but it also feels terrible. so, so yeah, but other than that, like I haven't worked since we recorded our last episode because we recorded it later in the week. I go back to work tomorrow. So I've just been chilling and hanging out, enjoying the last few days of fall, and Colin didn't tell me he was coming home on Saturday and surprised me.
Cute.
Colin, what are your life updates?
Getting ready to graduate. I got maybe
Woohoo.
5 weeks left of school, and then gotta get prepared for the NCLEX. That's kind of the scary part, just because I feel like, at least at Tennessee Tech, the nursing program, your senior 2 semester, you literally learn nothing that applies to NCLEX really, or just about the body in general. So it's just about, I feel like I'm in law school right now, honestly, because I'm learning about policies, I'm learning about depositions, all kinds of stuff like that. So if I have any questions, thankfully I can ask LG.
I gotcha.
But yeah, just right now, really focus on the NCLEX, just making sure I get my confidence up, and just believing in myself that, you know what, yeah, I can pass it. So, but yeah,
And he will.
You totally will.
that's the plan.
I'm so excited for you to graduate. Colin, so in nursing school, they have a pinning ceremony. So, you like, honestly, it's exactly as the name is. You just get pinned with a little pin on your jacket. And I get to pin Colin because I'm a nurse.
Aw,
So,
that's so cute.
no, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, I'm a nurse kind of still feels weird to me. So, it'll be like kind of imposter syndrome because that was me a year ago. And now I'll be pinning him.
Yeah.
But
That's
I just
actually so
remember,
cool.
I know. I remember the buzz of graduation time. It was fun.
Yeah.
You need to be sending out graduation cards so we can get some money.
True. To all the rich friends.
Yeah.
We don't have.
These people need to know we're broke.
Yeah.
So, put on your graduation card a picture of my totaled car.
GoFundMe.
You guys have a lot of like gift season coming up. Wedding,
Thank goodness.
graduation, birthday.
Yeah.
It is my birth month.
It's your birth month, yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm honestly getting so excited for the holiday season.
Me
So,
too. Also, I don't think Ryan is very excited for Colin to graduate. I think he's kind of sad.
aw. What did he say?
Nothing. It's just a vibe that I've been reading off of him.
Oh.
I think he's just kind of sad that he's not going to be there.
Yeah, I had clinical Saturday, and he invited me to go to Texas Roadhouse, but that was
Yeah.
like at what, like 5 o'clock Central Time. But I was like, I'm pretty positive I'm going to Rogersville. So
Did you go to the art show with him?
no, because I was waiting on my wallet to get mailed to me.
Yeah, Colin, when he went back to school this last time, forgot his wallet at home, and his mom paid for like overnight shipping on a Wednesday night, and it didn't get there till Saturday afternoon.
Oh my
He had
gosh.
no money.
Yeah,
Are you getting
Go
a
ahead.
refund from the overnight shipping?
I think mom and dad are going to try to, just because it took, what, 2.5 days, 3 days? So
That's crazy.
The first night, I was like, "So how did you eat?" And he was like, "Oh, I went to House of Thai. Ryan paid. I Venmoed him." I was like, "Oh, cool. I'm so glad y'all have your priorities straight."
so
But anyways, super excited for this episode. Excited to hear other people's engagement stories. It's just such a special moment.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
excited
one
to
more
get
thing.
reaction.
One more thing before we jump in. The Wicked movie's about to come out, and we
Oh,
just
yeah.
wanted to note that we are the most excited people on earth for that movie.
Oh yeah, the most.
Before someone else claims that title, we just wanted to say that we were.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I've been watching on TikTok that all of the singing is live. I saw them at like the premiere. I saw them in person at the premiere,
Mm-hmm. So
and
you've
they look.
actually already seen it.
Yeah, I've already seen it. I didn't want to spoil it for you, but they just look so good. Although they like kind of look similar. Ariana Grande and
Elphaba?
Cynthia. Huh?
And the girl who plays Elphaba?
Like, not like out of costume, in real life. And I saw someone say it's the Ozempic glasses. The Ozempic face. That's why they look similar.
You know, not to like, I'm a supporter of Ozempic, I guess. I don't really
Yeah.
have an opinion on it at all. But she kind of does look like she has the face, but she like clearly she's always been super, super,
She's
super
always been
skinny.
tiny.
I know, that's kind of
Like
weird.
tiny. But I think it's their eyes. They just look similar.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
thought that comment was funny.
Ariana Grande, have you seen where she like has always been like literally obsessed with Wicked? Like this is the role that
Yeah.
she's wanted her whole life and like loves Kristen Chenoweth and everything. I'm so excited to see this movie. I cannot
I know.
express it.
Yeah, I am too. I don't know when it comes out.
Me
So
neither.
I'm not that excited, but I'll
I
be
don't
looking it
either.
up.
Okay, so are we ready to jump in?
I'm ready to jump right in head
Well,
first.
you can go first because I think you have one more story than I do. So you can.
Okay. All right. Our first one is we were sitting on the couch after living together for about 4 to 5 years. And I said, should we like get married soon? And he was like, sure. And I was like, should we like actually plan a wedding? And he was like, yeah, but I'm trying to see this play. And the rest was romantic history. So they must have been watching something on like the TV.
Yeah, watching football probably or something.
And I mean, that's just how men are.
Yeah.
They don't care about the wedding.
I kind of support this type of, for some people, support this type of engagement because it's just like so chill, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how
And
people
there's
are.
not like a big scene that's put on. It's genuine.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, yeah, let's get married.
And it's like funny, a funny
Yeah.
like story. And especially now, like I feel like at some points that would be like minimal effort, but now it's kind of like so much effort's put into engagements. It's kind of like going against the system, you know, marching to the
it's
beat of your own
refreshing.
drum. Yeah, I
I
support.
like that.
That was my cousin. So shout out Margot and Taylor.
I didn't know if we needed to call them out, but thank you
I
for
wanted
submitting
to.
your story.
So next up, you might need to read another one because I might have lost them.
That's fine. I've got one pulled up.
Okay.
Collin, do you want to read it?
Sure. I'm not the best reader, guys. So just kidding. I had a first date with a handsome high school QB who made me pay my own way into the movie on our first date, and I married him anyway. I didn't realize who it was.
Do you want to say who it was?
That is my Uncle Ted who did that. But this is Renee, my aunt. So
I love how these are supposed to be anonymous, and we're like name dropping.
We're saying what every single one is. So I think that she might have written that in for worst date stories, but
I feel like
Wait,
she
still
also sent
stands?
us her engagement, and we couldn't find it, so we still wanted to read that. And that is very Ted Trent typical, I will say.
yeah, if you know him, you know he's very cheap. Back in the day when we used to go work or we did something in a group, it was always like, hey, there's 6 of us in the car. Okay, we're gonna get 3 waters and you 2 split. Like,
yeah.
so
Water's free.
Yeah, but so yeah, that's everywhere we went. Fishing trips.
I
Gotta go
remember-
work at the.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Wear it out.
I remember when me and Tatum used to cheer together. She would have to get water at every restaurant ever. Like she could never get another drink, you know?
Yeah, and that's kind of how
Which
my
is funny.
family is. Not as much now, but when we were younger, yeah, Dad's like, all right, like everybody get waters. Just make sure you eat all your meals. And but if it was I don't know, if I did something good in sports or anything really positive happened, we were like, Dad, can we get a sweet tea? Like he's like, yeah, wear it out. So
It's the small victories in life.
oh yeah.
And now
Okay.
Collin and I are experiencing that. So today when we went to Coffee at the Cow, because we're going broke, we decided no food, just drinks.
Yeah. Starve yourself to save money. I like it.
Yeah.
We still ate, but it was that sweet tooth.
So really we saved no money.
I started to say that's like the same price point, but okay.
Yeah, it felt
Um,
better though. And I paid cash for our drinks, so it really didn't count.
Yeah. That's true. You had free drinks. Okay, ready for mine?
Yes.
About 2 weeks before the proposal, my sister-in-law had texted the family group chat telling everybody that her son was having a golf award ceremony. He's 4 years old. And that we were invited. She even told us that the country club had a dress code. We all went to church that morning, and my dad asked me asked to take me and my fiancé out to lunch before the ceremony. About halfway into lunch, his brother-in-law claimed him. Okay, sorry, I'm dyslexic. About halfway into lunch, his brother-in-law called him and said they forgot their son's clubs and needed my fiancé to bring them ASAP. Luckily, I told him I'd stay and eat with my dad. Backstory. Literally the night before, my dog decided to get excited and scratch my face so bad Saturday night, and everybody was terrified I wouldn't want to go Sunday. Luckily, it cleared up, though. So my dad and I arrived at the country club, and I'm still beyond clueless. As we walk outside, I'm like, why are all these people staring at us? Are we late? Then I noticed what was happening and started bawling. He had the cutest setup that I unknowingly picked out because I thought they were decorations for his sister. And I just walked over and hugged him. He had to lovingly push me off so he could get down on one knee. After I looked out at all the people, and it was all of our friends and loved ones, I just continued to cry. The whole thing was a huge surprise, and I still cry every time I watch the video.
That is so sweet.
I know.
The fact that everyone was in on it and
That's what I was gonna
committed to
say.
the bit.
Yeah. I love when everybody's involved, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. Collin, do you have any thoughts?
Very well executed.
In the back of your mind, are you comparing yourself right now?
No. Like I said, I didn't want to do too much on the proposal. Put too
Why
much
not?
money
Am I not
into
worth it?
No, you're worth it, but I didn't want to make it overboard to where it's okay, that's kind of corny. And then, so I just wanted it to be more so just heartfelt and, natural.
Yeah.
I agree.
That was very cute, though. I
think it was very authentic, and I liked it.
I agree.
Your guys'
Okay.
in this.
My fiance recreated our first date in New Orleans in October 2023. He took me to all the places we went to during our first date. He had me wear the same outfit I wore that day, too. I had no idea. I never saw it coming. He set up a tripod to take some cute pictures of us in front of the St. Louis Cathedral, and because this was normal, I still had no idea. There was a street performer singing Easy Like a Sunday Morning, so he said he wanted to dance there for a second, and then he proposed and got the entire thing on video. It couldn't have been more perfect. That's so sweet. Why am I emotional?
I know. Wait, that's so cute.
I feel
Wonder
when you were reading your story, I was like, I can see tears seeping up in my eyes right now. What's going on?
Wonder if he got the street performer to perform Easy Like a Sunday Morning.
I don't know, but that song is such a vibe, and just to dance, and the fact that she had no idea just shows that they have so much fun together.
That's genuinely romantic, you know? I feel like a lot of the romantic stuff nowadays is so curated kind of thing, but that's just real, you know?
Yeah, that was so sweet.
I love that.
Collin?
It was good. Yeah.
You're gonna have to get opinionated.
No,
you're gonna have to
really
pick
good.
your favorite. Wait, rate each one out of 10.
Yeah.
That's probably a 1.
Out of 10? You didn't like that?
Oh, I thought you meant top 1 to
your favorite. It was number 1.
Sorry,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So then that's really good. So
I'm
a 9.
A 9. Okay. I agree.
Both of our faces were
No.
literally what?
Sorry.
That's so funny.
Also, is that Joey and Kelsey from The Bachelor?
I know.
New Orleans, first date, you know?
They're so cute.
I know, I love them.
Apparently their song is Dress by Taylor Swift, and Kelsey went to the show, and that was her surprise song.
I know, that is crazy. Do you think Taylor Swift did that on purpose?
Probably. I mean, she's a mastermind. So
literally. She probably did. I think she's on TikTok all the time, just like us.
Yeah, in her free time.
Yeah. Okay, next story. My now husband planned out the sweetest proposal and worked so hard to surprise me and make everything perfect. We drove over 3 hours to the destination, and when we did, there was a whole picnic set up overlooking this gorgeous waterfall. There was a small fence that we had to cross over to get to the spot, and we were overlooking the waterfall, but far back from the edge of the hill that we were on. My then boyfriend was literally about to propose when a park ranger came and told us we needed to leave because we were in a, quote, dangerous area. He made it a little more dramatic than it needed to be, LOL. So we had to pack all this picnic stuff up and leave. The ranger told us about another, quote, super pretty spot and gave us directions to it. So we drove there, and it was literally in the woods, sketch, in a super muddy creek. So we tried to set back up the picnic setup and make it look cute. But at that point, I knew he was proposing and that his plans got flipped. So I was just trying to be positive. But he popped the question, and I said yes, and now we have a funny story to go with it.
That kind of
Cute.
stinks because she wasn't suspecting it, and then
Yeah.
because of all the mishaps.
She included, like, pictures, and the original spot is literally so pretty, and then, like, the spot where they are, it's literally like a mud hole. It's so funny. And the
That would be
park ranger
awful.
said, "Don't worry, I know this other great spot."
He must have different beauty standards than she
Mhm.
did. That would just stink.
For real.
Could you, like, think about how your stress level would have been magnified if all the plans had went south?
I mean, they kind of did get a little stressed because my family was also trying to get things set up too. Like, I don't know, because my dad was like, "Hey, we just want to take pictures today," and everybody's like, "What?" And I was like, "Okay, we're gonna get too obvious here in a second that something's up. Just everybody act normal and just let's go to the beach and take photos." But no, I mean, yeah, I got a little stressed, but
No, when he said that, it infuriated me because everyone was dressed and ready when he said that. I was like, "No, I'm not getting dressed up again tomorrow."
That's so funny.
It's like everyone's ready. We're taking pictures.
And it was
I was
also
so
you.
mad. I was like, "That's stupid." But little did I know. That's still an odd excuse because what if I would have went and changed into like sweatpants?
I still would have
Yeah.
done it.
That would have been funny.
I would have put swimming trunks on.
That's my vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a long one. Do you want to read it?
Sure.
No stuttering. Oh no. I accidentally clicked the top and it took him to the very top of all of our messages.
Oh no.
How many do you have?
Okay, just read this one text.
Jeez.
This one text, okay?
All right. My husband told me he made plans with our family to go out to dinner at my favorite restaurant because his dad was visiting that evening. We get out to the restaurant and it seems like he'd stressed all evening, but I figured maybe it was work related and brushed it off. I kept feeling like something was off and getting suspicious of him and asking him about it. The more I got suspicious, the more I got impatient, thinking he was hiding bad news. We had dinner at Corinne, and then he insisted we go get ice cream at my favorite ice cream shop, which was odd to me because we've always had opposite preferences on ice cream shops, and he usually always wanted to go to the one his family liked. So again, I was suspicious. I'm gonna have to get a drink. Anyways, we finished dinner and we go to the ice cream shop, but we went alone and his family went off somewhere else. Kind of like my family, like me and Mallie's proposal. Which again, I was like, what's going on? We eat our ice cream in the car because it was kind of cold inside and outside at the time. And I was in a bad mood thinking he was doing all this because he was trying to butter me up to tell me something bad or something of that nature. He said, "Can you toss these, please? The bin is right over there." And here I am thinking, no. It's cold for one, and two, you've been acting weird all evening, and I don't want to walk across the lot to a trash can in the cold. Like, no, you be the gentleman and take them to the trash for us. All right, let me see here. Okay. About 2 more paragraphs. Now, I know that's silly, but I was being stubborn as heck at this point. We went back and forth about who would take the trash, and finally he got out of the car, walked around and opened my door and said, "Please, just take them for us." I got so irritated, but I did. When I turned around to walk back, he was on his knee in front of the ice cream parlor with the ring out and was trying to be so sweet about it all. I felt so surprised, but also was kicking myself because I realized I had been making it so difficult. Afterwards, we laughed so hard because he said it was so hard to surprise me, but I kept getting suspicious of him every time he was about to propose throughout the evening, and he ended up having to wait all the way until the very end of the night to do it.
Oh,
That's
So
cute.
to make a
That's
long
actually
story
Oh,
short,
I thought it was over.
no, it's fine. No, that was me. Those were my words.
opinion.
Yeah, opinionated.
Sorry if this seems a little bit off. We had some technical difficulties as usual. So
Um, I think that is a good way to surprise somebody if you just like make them mad.
yeah, she definitely wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
But Colin, do you have any thoughts? I know you had to read it and it was a drag for you to read.
It was kind of like me trying to keep you up on the soft sand.
And I was being stubborn.
Yeah, she was kind of like, why can't we go down to the water? I was like, well, one, it's more busy down there. Yeah, I didn't want to have to take a knee on hard sand because my knees are kind of sensitive anyways. So
Basically, girls are the problem when it comes to proposals.
We should have done a recap of your guys' engagement.
It's okay. Just go back and listen to our episode.
Yeah, I think everybody has been reminded adequately.
Yeah. So that was a good story.
I think that was cute. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to be like super angry at my partner, but right before they propose, because I'm not going to be able to get over that quickly.
Right.
Like switch.
She's a bigger person than I would have ever been.
Literally. But and I would be thinking the same thing, FYI. I would be like, why are they being that? What are they trying to soften the blow about?
A princess never carries the trash to the trash can.
Literally. Okay, next story. My husband never officially proposed. We just got married. One night at dinner with his mom, she asked when we were going to get married after being together for 11 years, and he said, next year. I said, really? And he said, yeah, why not? So I set a date and we went to the courthouse and got married, then had a big wedding the next year for friends and family to attend. We didn't even get rings until the big wedding. So I guess this is more of an anti-proposal story. He was always the one I planned to stay with, so we would be together despite the title and the legality of it. After we'd been married for a while, I did ask if he ever planned to propose for real, and he said, that just ain't me. It wouldn't be genuine. Which, like, I did have to ask him in the beginning of our relationship. In high school, mind you. Are we officially boyfriend and girlfriend? He said, sure. And I was like, okay, now I'm making it Facebook official. And he said, okay, and gave me his login to accept the relationship request.
How is proposing not you? Like, I feel like that's a weird thing
I would have
to say.
Yeah.
Because even if, like, you don't want to propose, you don't have to do the whole down on one knee. At least just be like, hey, do you want to get married? Because but I'm, like, kind of weird. I would have found that offensive. Like, oh, you couldn't have at least asked me?
Yeah. But maybe this girl doesn't care. I always think in situations like that, I'm always like, even if you don't want to, if you know that your person wants this to happen and you like care about them and it's really not that big of a deal, then just do it. But maybe she like didn't care that much, you know?
Right. And that's fine. Like, that's completely understandable. But I don't know. That's the person I am. I would have want at least to be asked. You don't even have to like get down on one knee. But
Collin, what do you think?
whatever really your preference is. I mean, I think it's guys decide to go on one knee just because that's the way it's been for a while now. But I mean, he could be the start of something new. Instead of taking a knee, just, hey, let's get married and not have to worry about all the proposing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, because who started proposing on a knee? I don't know.
Fair question.
Romeo.
Didn't they kill each other?
Yeah, they did. Double homicide. So.
They did both commit suicide. So, I was gonna say something else about that. Oh, it's so funny that he gave her his Facebook login to accept her.
That is hilarious.
In high school.
And the fact that she's changing her Facebook status makes me think she probably wanted to be proposed to.
You know, I thought that as well. There's kind of like an undertone that she cares, you know?
Yeah. You know, my Facebook doesn't say that I'm in a relationship.
You just got
yours
like a week ago.
Probably not. I'm Facebook active, really. Only on Marketplace.
That's what I like to hear. And to be noted, my car I did get off of Facebook Marketplace. So there's hope for our Facebook Marketplacers after all.
I love Facebook Marketplace.
You know, don't you love the color maroon?
I do. I think you should be super excited about your color.
My car is almost the color of your undershirt, I think.
I love this color. You know what? My mom had a Honda van that was like that. I'm guessing the same like Honda color, you know?
And it doesn't have a sunroof.
Oh, that kind of stinks.
Yeah.
That'll be all right.
Does it have heated seats?
I'm sure. Like, somehow I'll survive, but I'm really sad. My dad was like, "What do you even need that for?" I said, "The vibe."
Literally. Yeah.
Idiot.
When I was looking for a car in high school, actually, funnily enough, it was when me and Ryan had that class together and we like talked for the first time, like pretty much ever. One of the only things he remembered, well, actually he remembered literally so much, but one of the things he remembered was that my only criteria for a vehicle was that I wanted heated seats.
Mine was a sunroof in high school. I really wanted a sunroof. And
Are
I
you
got
saying,
one.
are you saying roof?
Yeah.
Say that word.
I said sunroof, but it's roof.
Well, I feel like it's not correct. I mean, it's either way, but I've never heard you say that before.
Really?
I don't think so.
Which
Roof?
one do you think's countryer, roof or roof? Probably roof.
I think roof. Maybe
I
I'm wrong.
don't really know.
I just think you're illiterate and don't know how to say it.
Breakup stories.
A-
Drop them below.
Metal roof or tin roof?
So you say roof, Collin?
No, whenever you're referring to someone who has a metal roof, do you say metal roof or do you say tin roof?
Oh, tin roof.
Bam! Boom!
She went to 4-H. Of course she did. Of course she said it like that.
It has nothing to do with French. It has
Yeah, it does.
everything to do with the brain.
No.
There's zero correlation between.
I say tin
Did
roof.
you just say to bring that whole
Because she's
conversation up?
right.
No. To bring the whole conversation up, what did you start out with?
Sunroof.
No, what do you call a metal roof?
A tin roof.
No, you call it a metal roof because that's just what it is.
No, I was describing the material. I was trying not to be biased.
Are there? I don't know enough about roofs to answer this question because it like tin is a specific type of metal, isn't it? Couldn't there be like
Yeah,
other
I'm sure.
roof?
Like referring to my home, I love hearing rain on a tin roof.
Yeah, that's a common saying, like rain on a tin roof.
Have you ever heard the song? Who is it that sings? I wanna hear raindrops falling down on an old tin roof.
Yeah, exactly. Josh Turner.
Josh Turner. Oh my gosh, I was thinking of someone else, but I love Josh
It's
Turner.
literally in a song. It's not metal roof.
Yeah, it's right. You're wrong.
But also,
Illiterate, my honey.
We need to ask Stuart McDavid.
I'll call up my roofing uncle.
I mean, he does gutters, but I mean, I'm sure he knows about a roof too.
We could also probably just Google it.
No, way too easy.
Okay, is it my turn? No, it's your turn, right?
I think it's fine. Okay, my husband and I were originally supposed to go to Vegas with some friends. Well, our friends had an emergency and couldn't go, so it was just us. The entire first day in Vegas, we looked around and just explored. Well, we knew the pool and the deck was closing at 7. We ended up just going to dinner, but he intentionally matched my outfit, so I didn't think anything of it. We got back to the room around 9 and asked me if I could go to the deck and take some pictures. I told him there was no way we could get on the deck because it was closed, and he said, "Well, then let's walk down there and see." Well, obviously it was closed, but there was a walkway where we could see the hotel and the deck. He started to act weird after we took some pictures by setting his phone up to take a video and then stopping. Then he distracted me by looking at the lights and the roller coaster, and he talked to me, then proposed. That's sweet. And very, like, special. It was only them on a trip.
Yeah.
Like, that would be fun. They should have just went to the chapel and got married.
I kind of
That would have been even crazier.
That was a good one. 8.
8. He's giving it an 8.
I like that a lot.
I do too.
Wait, where were they?
Vegas.
Oh, a Vegas trip is fun.
Because then it's like,
what?
Sorry?
They definitely should have just done the whole thing and gotten married.
And then they could have had a wedding when they got back, but like, you already have a proposal trip. Just do the whole thing.
Just get married in Vegas.
And it's like, people go to Vegas to get married.
Mhm.
So, it would definitely have been like a whirlwind, very memorable.
For sure. And then, yeah, they could have just had another wedding, you know?
Mm-hmm. Double the fun.
But I'm confused about that because, like, you can't get married in another state without having a marriage license in your state.
It might just be like the idea of it, and then they come home and sign the papers.
Maybe, but then why
Not
is
really
it a
sure.
big deal when people, like, accidentally get married in Vegas? Or maybe that's not even a real thing, you know?
Maybe that's just in the movies.
Just hangover.
It's just Hangover, is what Colin said.
Yeah. And in Friends, when Rachel and Ross got married.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're watching Friends and I just spoiled it for you.
Surprise!
But it did come out like 20 years ago, so I don't really feel bad. Kerrigan, I spoiled part of Gilmore Girls for Kerrigan, and she was like, "What the heck?" And I was like, "The show came out 20 years ago."
No, at this point, if you haven't watched it, like, that's not on me.
Seriously. You couldn't get on the internet if you didn't want to be spoiled. Okay, anyway, next story.
What's that?
Mabel's at attention. Well, she was.
Go ahead.
Come here. Say hi to everybody.
You.
She's hearing a beeping noise and it's making her concerned.
Okay, ready?
Mabel.
Come here, girl.
Yeah, we're ready.
Me and my fiance had planned our first vacation together, which was at the beach. The whole car ride, I was wondering why he was acting weird. We get to the Airbnb, and as I was unpacking our stuff, he stops me to tell me his mom wanted us to take a video showing the place and to say hello, which was a totally normal thing for her to do, so I didn't think anything of it. Right after the video starts, I start saying hello and talking about how pretty it was at our place. Then I notice he's staring at me extra hard. Being me, I was like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" And then he smiles and gets down on one knee. We got to spend our whole first vacation together, newly engaged. Cute.
Aww.
That's just like the one before.
That would be me. Why are you looking at me?
Yeah. That's kind of cute, but like, I'm confused if, like, what she got on camera. Like, was she doing like a selfie video or was she like showing him? You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's like taking a selfie and there's a creeper in the background.
Just staring at her. That's really cute though. I bet that video is really cute.
That is cute. Colin had to run an errand, so I'll be reading the next one. My dad's dehumidifier in the basement is going off and it's giving Mabel a panic attack. So I hope you can't hear it. Can you hear beeping?
Just like slightly.
Okay, it's done now. It's over. Okay. I was proposed to on the place of our first date, a creek. I'm a huge wildlife critter nut, and throughout our relationship, she began to have love for all kinds of critters too. We were exploring in a creek one day. She found a crayfish, slipped the ring in its claws, and popped the question. No, that would not do it for me. I'm so sorry.
That's so hysterical. No,
But that's so unique. That's crazy.
Put the ring on a. This is like a craw daddy, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Put the ring on its claw.
That's something Collin would do. That's Colin's behavior.
That's Colin's dream.
No.
Colin's dream proposal would probably be the ring on the frog. A toad.
Yeah.
He loved... No, actually it'd be a turtle. On top of a turtle shell.
No.
That's still very Colin behavior.
It is.
Not for proposing.
That's so funny.
If there's like no judgment, like if proposals weren't such a like social media thing and like honestly like performative for other people, not that that's what your guys' was, but that's what everybody's is, like, to an extent. I think Collin would have proposed with the frog.
No.
Do you want to be together till we croak? Colin loves wildlife. What he does, this is actually, I don't know if I've told this, but since deer season is upon us, whenever we see deer in his neighborhood, he rolls down the window and tells them to watch out for the men in orange and that he loves them.
That's actually kind of like charming. Yeah,
it is. And then it's just funny because I grew up deer hunting. I literally was wearing a shirt today that said, save the trees, harvest bucks.
Okay.
And yet, oh no. And yet, Colin's telling deer to watch out for the men in orange, which is hilarious.
An unlikely pairing.
Yes, so unlikely.
Do you have any more stories?
I have one more. Do you have any?
Yeah, I have a short one.
Okay, go ahead.
It's your turn, isn't it?
No, I just read that one, the crawfish one.
Okay, this one is just like a little snippet. Not really a long story, but I did in fact tell my fiancé to shut up while he was trying to propose. But it was really funny and we laugh about it often, and now we get married in 11 days. So they're probably married, so congratulations.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I know.
That's almost like just like saying unironic things is when I said, how much was it? Was the first thing, Collin?
Yeah.
remembers me saying after he proposed, but I don't remember that. You just like black out, so you don't even really know what's going on.
Oh.
I feel like shut up is a common one that I see, but it's
Yeah.
not like it's like a shut up
Yeah. Like shocked. Shocked.
or stop.
Was
Yeah.
that one shocked though, or is that like shut up?
She's like, no, literally stop.
No,
They
actually,
talked about it and they're gonna get married.
I'm gonna say no.
Do you want to read the last one?
How long is it?
Lengthy.
Good mercy.
We just love to hear you read.
You're such a good reader.
Should I do my reading voice on this one?
Sure.
My David Attenborough.
Oh gosh, this is planet Earth.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'll do a couple. Yeah. My sister. Here we go. My sister says she technically got engaged 3 times. Her boyfriend had a plan to have a cute setup on a mountain in Chattanooga with a picnic blanket, flowers, etc. He asked her friends to hike before them and get set up. And one of the grief, I don't hear my eyes are. I need my readers. He asked her friends to hike before them and get it set up. And one of the friends was supposed to take photos. Her friends hiked to the wrong spot. As you can imagine, when he reached his destination, he was shocked to find no one there. He still asked her to marry him and explained the situation. They found the friends and it was dark and they had to hike this treacherous hike back in the dark. It truly was one of the worst hikes I've ever been on. He was devastated. They made a plan to go back on the hike again the next day so that they could take photos and reenact it. Everything seemed fine until they got back home and the friend that took pictures took horrible photos and every single one was blurry. My sister was devastated this time and she cried all night. Poor girl. She called my mom crying that night and my mom said, "Don't worry, I'll be there tomorrow. We can do it again." Mom has taken my mom has taken professional photos before and knows what to do. On the third and final night, I went with my mom to help with the photo shoot and reenactment. She took professional photos and I took some backup photos on my phone just in case. Finally, they got what they wanted and she could finally announce her engagement. And that's the story of how my sister was proposed to 3 times.
That's
Aw.
really cute. The mom saved the day.
Yeah. I mean, that's sweet that, like, people were so dedicated. But, like, the friend who got blurry pictures, there's no excuse.
I agree.
Also, are hikes the same rule as, like, don't do them on the first day and don't do them on the proposal? Unless you're, like,
I think
going hike?
yeah. I think it could be cute.
Yeah, I think it needs to be something you all do on the regular, though.
I agree.
Because people who don't hike are not going to enjoy that.
Yeah, and like some girls like definitely would want to be dressed up for their engagement. And you're gonna be in like hiking clothes, which is fine.
Right.
It depends on what you want, you know. But this girl seemed to be okay with the hike. She was just mad that the pictures were blurry.
Yeah. It's like that. There's a TikTok sound. It's like, she wore shoulder pads to the beach. She knew she was getting proposed to.
Yeah, Paige DeSorbo on Summer House.
Yeah. I like watching those videos because people are like, they did not. Like, one girl was wearing a shirt that said boys suck when her boyfriend proposed.
That would be so funny.
That's kind of iconic.
Have you seen the or like the just like meme thing where the girl, it's like there's 2 cliffs and these people are standing on one cliff and the guy's proposing to her and then there's like these people videoing from the other cliff and you hear the girl scream, "I'm wearing sweatpants!" across
No.
the valley. You can hear it.
I haven't seen that. That's funny though.
Yeah.
But it was still special for them, I'm sure, even if, because I wasn't wearing what I would have chose. So, and I wouldn't change it.
What would you have chosen? Denim?
Yes.
You were wearing white, so that's good.
I was wearing white, which was shocking. But I don't know, I would have just like searched the webs for something adorable.
Yeah.
I got that dress on clearance at Target the night before, so.
It's kind of good though because it was like you weren't stressed, you know.
Right, I was not worried about. Afterwards, I was a little bit worried about how I looked because I knew we had to take pictures, but
Yeah.
it's like, whatever.
It looked beautiful. The pictures are so cute.
Yeah. And now we just have to plan our wedding, and we are making progress. We're stuck between having like a really unique, cool reception, but it's going to have to be small, because of financial issues, or we can have like a still nice bigger reception,
We're going to have
just
to
not as unique.
we're going to have to simmer down the guest list or whatever it's called.
Okay.
So if you're listening and you don't get invited, that's not because we don't like you. It's just because we ain't made out of money, and we got to choose family over friends in a way. So
But
I
we
wanted to say that because y'all get mad at me. It's okay. I just don't want y'all get mad over Mallie and the podcast
Well,
in
if I'm
general.
not invited, the podcast is over. I'll be getting mad.
you're coming for the content only, but whatever.
That's the whole reason I started a podcast with you. I predicted that this
But
would
yeah. So hopefully within like the next, no, like definitely within the next month, a decision will be made.
Yay!
I actually have to do that.
I speak on behalf of all the listeners when I say I'm so excited for further updates.
I know. I am excited to like today I was looking at invitations and save the dates and stuff. And that got me excited. Also stressed, but I was still excited.
Yeah.
I'm ready to have like a plan so I can start on the things that I would enjoy, like
Yeah.
the invitations and the decorations and stuff like that. So
For sure.
it's just all part of the process. But good thing for like when you get married, I'll be an expert.
True. That's so true. And we'll have like a jillion sponsors and like it'll all be
Yeah, we'll be financially stable.
no worries.
Catch me in my TikTok influencer era because I need some money.
Same desperately, actually.
But thank you, Collin, for coming on this episode and giving your opinions. Which engagement story was your favorite?
I like the tripod one where they set up the
When they
video and it gets
danced.
to be, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one was
It
sweet.
stuck with me the most. So
It resonated. Are you gonna redo our engagement now that you have some ideas?
no.
Crap. Kidding. Thanks for coming on, hun. This is probably your last episode of the year. Like, I'm tired of you being on here.
We busy.
Oh, he doesn't have time for us.
I don't know. We might do one around the Christmas season with the boys.
Maybe.
Everybody was kind of a fan of that episode for some
I know. I got some listens.
Yeah.
I don't
Get a
really
male
get the
involved, it's a
hype.
whole different game.
Okay. Too far.
Also, Kerrigan and Kennedy said that we should let them have an episode by themselves.
We would need to do that before they graduate.
Even the
So their
fans
bond.
Maybe,
They're
Mallie, we need to talk about this, but I don't know if this is plausible at all or practical, but I would love to go to Cookville before Collin graduates, both of us.
I would too.
Here's my hot take. Mallie hasn't been to Cookville once since Collin's been there.
She's been working.
Since she's been graduating. I know. She's 3 on, 6 off, 3 on, whatever.
It's literally a lie. I work 1 week on, 1 week off, but you come home every weekend.
Because you don't come up there.
Because you're coming home. We'll fight about it later.
Yeah. Good thinking.
Anyways, guys, we hope that you all enjoyed these engagement stories and that they made you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. The holiday season is upon us. We have really exciting episodes coming up. I'm very excited for them. So stay tuned for the fun episodes and all the fun that the holiday season's going to bring.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you next week.
Can I do it?
LG, do you have anything else to say?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
See you next week. See ya. Love ya. Bye.
Bye.